It's so interesting. When you were saying that, it resonates so deeply. It makes so much sense. And then I go, where do people even learn all of this, right? Like we're doing this podcast so that people can learn and grow. But I'm listening to you going, I don't know anyone who naturally communicates that way because they didn't see that in their home. They didn't have that through friends or family. They didn't have any training, of course. And so we all do the other thing, which is you always choose yourself. You never show up for me. You don't love me. We all do that version.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you're in a relationship with someone and you see that, but then you're like, but I've been with everyone else and they're worse than you. So I guess this is it.
You hear all the time, love is consideration, right? Love is an action. Love is consideration. Yes, but not consideration beyond someone's capacity, right? People can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. They can only meet you given whatever emotional resources they have available to them at any given time. And where we get stuck is expecting someone to anticipate and meet our needs all the time, uncommunicated. And then there's this devastating disappointment when they don't show up the way that we want them to. That's not a lack of love. That's dependency. That's a parent-child dynamic. Not having to ask, having all your needs tended to without any forewarning or insight. That's not an adult partnership. So you have to consider the kind of relationship you want to build and the partner you want to be is the other half of that, because I'm assuming it's someone who is patient, who is willing to see the limited resources that someone has available at some time, right? Can tolerate a certain amount of disappointment when you aren't met in the ways that you want to be met. Someone who's loving and warm in their communication and their understanding. When you know you want to be those things, then you can start practicing. Even if it wasn't shown to you, you can take stock of where you aren't showing up in those ways, where you can be a little bit better at showing up in those ways. But I really, really think it starts with accountability first. Take a look at your side of the street. When you've taken a look at your side of the street, if you're in a relationship, then bring it to conversation, right? Like, hey, let's co-create this thing together.
Yeah.
How can we do this together?
Yeah.
I think that's the way.
I feel so many people right now, I'm sure you hear it all the time, are burnt out and exhausted with dating. They're just tired of dating. And they've either developed mindsets like there's no good men left, all the good men are taken, well, she's not quite right, whatever it may be, right? Everyone has their version, but people are exhausted with dating. We talked about what happens when you go out there starving. What do you do when you feel exhausted?
Well, you have two options. Number one, you can stop. You can not date. That's an option. Take a breather. It doesn't have to be a full-time job. It doesn't have to feel like a full-time job. It's good to focus on other things. Or you can shift your expectations, not needing to walk into every first date as if you're interviewing for your future spouse, for the position of your future spouse. Like such high stakes, such high pressure. Can you go in and try to have fun? Can you change the energy that you want to bring to the room where you're just meeting someone new? You're going to go grab some dinner. You're going to go grab coffee. You're going to go grab drinks, whatever it is. Can I enjoy myself? Can I have fun with it? And deciding the energy you want to bring to the function typically allows you to enjoy the function more rather than feeling like, okay, here we go again. Another disappointment, another letdown, another waste of time. Don't do anything with that mentality, with that energy or attitude. So you can either stop or shift your energy, shift your perspective.
Yeah, I was speaking to a friend the other day and she said to me, I just wish men realized how long it takes a girl to get ready. And she was like, I got ready. She was like, I looked real cute. And she was like, he didn't say anything. She was like, this guy that she went on a first date with, he said she didn't say, I looked lovely. He didn't say, it was nice to see me. He didn't say, it was lovely. He was just like, I didn't feel like he.
What a bummer.
Yeah. And she was so let down. And she was just like, I really put effort into how I, got ready. I was excited about it. Yeah. And it just felt like, it wasn't just that he didn't notice her visually. She was like, the conversation didn't go either. But I can imagine that kind of feeling repetitively gets tiring.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're so right that it gets tiring when there's really high stakes on it every time, and it being perfect or being the one or being the moment.
Yeah.
It's almost like you made it harder for yourself by going out wanting it to be the night.
Yes.
Whereas if you'd just gone out, and even if you did put in all that effort and everything, but you like that about yourself.
And if you had fun, right? I'm a girl. I love getting ready. I love my 2-hour long process of getting ready for an event, and the music's playing, the vibe is good. That's fun. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. So I do it more. I do it when I want to. It's a process that I want to engage in. I also think I'd like to start a petition to bring back flirting. In general, like I think we've lost the art of flirting, because flirting is fun, and not flirting that has to lead to anything. Not you find someone attractive, there's a little bit of chemistry, you share a 5-minute conversation, it's flirty and it's fun, and it can end there. It can end there. You show up to a first date. Can I tap into that? The back and forth, the banter, the fun, the chemistry, with no strings attached, just for the sake of connection and fun.
Yeah,
I don't know how we'll start that.
We're gonna figure it out.
We'll start a petition.
Bring flirting back.
Yes, bring back flirting.
Yeah, I wonder. I feel like it's disappeared mostly because people aren't used to speaking in person in the time that things are flirty. So most of the flirting happens over message.
Yes.
And then by the time you get in front of each other, you have to have a real conversation, which is kind of like a hard shift to go from flirting on the phone to, through text, to them being interesting in person.